Oh my God. Okay, so I have this song singing in my head. Limp Bizkit, Sex. Should have left my pants on last time, but instead you had to let me dive right in. Somebody sleeping with somebody unprotected? Because that's what that's about. Uh-oh. Is somebody going to get the clap? Who knows? Time will tell, right? Memories of those filthy things that you do. Ooh, yeah. But you know what? I also got that message that, like, if there's somebody in a relationship and it's all just about sex, then, I mean, unfortunately, that's not really going to leave you with much. Like, it might be all hot and heavy in the beginning and, like, yeah, sure, you can keep that going for as long as you want. But, I mean, if all you have is the sex, I don't know if you're going to make it till the end, that's for sure. Okay. Gemini. What do we got for Gemini? Obviously, it's not that sex message. I got like a tattoo artist in my head right away. Passion. I have this passion card, and I'm like, I don't know if someone's got like a passion for tattoos or like being a tattoo artist or something like that, and somebody came in and like took your job away from you. They tried to like separate you. Some type of narcissist came in. Somebody fucked with somebody's passion. Okay, what's on the other side of this? Okay. I still can't get that Fred Durst song in my head. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so what I'm getting is somebody, like I just went, when the fuck do I ever do that? I was looking right at this snake. I think somebody came in and separated you from somebody. They separated you from something. And this snake was somebody who it's like, I mean, all I'm really getting is jealousy. Like, you didn't want to date somebody or you didn't want to be around somebody. So because of that energy, this person maliciously attacked you and took you away from something. And the thing is a lot of people don't understand the energy that's around them. Because why I say that is I lived with this chick and I didn't know who she was, but everybody else knew who she was, and it all seemed like everybody really liked her. So I thought, okay, well, this should be a pretty easy, like, living situation. We had a pretty cool, like, house set up. So we had the whole side of, like, one house. So it was a pretty cool setup. And, like, it was going really good until she started not working as much and partying. And I was starting to work like a lot, like 10-hour days, driving an hour and a half, 2 hours to work there and back every day. Like, I lived in Peterborough and worked in Toronto. That's not an easy commute. That took me like about 2 hours to get to work. But I worked in Scarborough, so it wasn't that bad. Like, I only had to get off at Kennedy, which is like fucking like one of your first 3 or 4 exits when you get into Toronto. So it's totally fine, but it was a long fucking drive. So I was working 10-hour days, and my days were 14 hours at that point. So I was just basically sleeping. Like, I was a wreck. And then she started fucking partying all night. And she would tell me about these things that she did to people and these spells that she did. And she would tell me about them because I'd be having problems with people or problems with my boss or problems with something. And she'd be like, oh, just do this. Oh, just do that. And there were all these little spells. And I was I hadn't even really started reading tarot at that point. Like, I bought my first deck of cards living in that house. So I had just kind of started eating mushrooms and like understanding the other side of things, and that not everything is like all right here, that there are a lot of things that you can't see. And I was kind of like really opening up my third eye at that point. So I didn't know what this woman was doing. And then when she kicked me out and we moved on separately, she did a bunch of spell work behind my back because she was still really angry with me. And she made a few advances. I used to sleep naked back then. And I shouldn't have, living with this fucking idiot. But it was the summer and I was hot. And so I was like sleeping naked. And she came up into my room and started like kissing up and down my arm once. And I just laid there frozen in bed like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Like, why is she jumping? Like, she was on top of me. I was naked. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my God, I can't even fucking do anything if I try. So I just laid there like, oh yeah, okay, see you later. And then she just kept partying downstairs, and she did like 3 or 4 spells behind my back, even when she was in the house, and then when she kicked me out. And like, when girls make advances on other girls and they don't respond, because a lot of people who are in the closet think everybody else is in the closet, right? Or the marriages that are swingers, they think everybody wants to fuck them, right? Because they're the cool couple. Like, so it's like in that mentality, and I call it mentality all the time because it's a mentality, right? Exactly. It's like getting, like, somebody had that, like, they had you in their view, like they wanted you. And because you said no, or maybe you didn't even pick up on their advances, maybe you didn't even notice that this person had an attraction towards you, because again, it could have been the same sex kind of situation. So what the heck do you know? Like when I moved into this town, everybody was fucking each other. And I was like 27. I really had no idea what the fuck was going on. Like, I didn't do drugs. I was messed up in my own fucking head. I drank and just blacked out all the time. I was extremely loud in small areas because I was so nervous with people. Like, I was a fucking wreck, man. Back in the day, you might as well have just ran me over with a truck and I was just walking around like an idiot. Like, I had no fucking idea what was going on in my life until I woke up. And once I woke up, I noticed what that town that I moved into and how disgusting they were and how everybody just wanted to fuck each other. And if you didn't fuck these girls, they weren't gonna like you, even though they're all closet lesbians and their husbands are at home fucking chicks from the bar. Like, it was so disgusting that I was like, this town, okay, Peterborough is exactly, I'm going to call it out because it's the most disgusting town in fucking Ontario. There is something in the water that makes these people fuck each other. And if you don't join the orgy, literally, if you don't join the orgy that is these people, they fucking castrate you. They put spells on you. They cut you out of the fucking town. They cut you out of everything. They call you a loser. They say you don't belong, that you don't get it. Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't get people desecrating all over their families. I don't get this bitch sleeping with her best friend's husband and then acting like the best friend to the wife the next day. No, I don't understand that. That's not a world I come from, bitch. You want to be in that world, yo, that's totally cool, but I ain't gonna be in it. And if you're around me when you're in it, I ain't gonna pay attention to you, because that kind of sloppiness in a marriage or in a relationship or in friendships is not what I want. That is never what I wanted. And yet people tried to say that that's what I wanted, that I was a closet lesbian. Same with my sister, man. This town called her a closet lesbian. They said flat out her husband called her a lesbian to all of his friends and said he turned the dyke. My sister was never a lesbian. Even though she was roommates with a gay person. One time, she lived with a lesbian for like fucking 3 weeks because she had to leave my dad's house because my stepmother was fucking going to kill her. So my sister sought refuge to what happened to be just a gay woman that we went to high school with. Suddenly, and this gay woman we went to high school with told my sister's future husband that she was a dyke. So honestly, and she, again, closet dyke, everybody's a closet dyke. No, actually they're not. I don't want to eat clam, man. I like dick. I don't like anything to do with fucking pussy, okay? I am not a closet lesbian. My sister's not a closet lesbian. The dudes that I know, and even a lot of dudes that I know, they're closet gays. What the fuck do I care? I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to do anything about you. I just want people to live their own fucking lives and mind their own goddamn business and don't jump into other people's beds trying to fuck shit up because their lives are fucked up, because they won't center and ground themselves, because they won't get attached. They don't want to detach from the fucking demon that's on their back. Well, guess what? Go play your own fucking games with your demons. I kind of like to play in the light. Might be crazy. Call me crazy, though. I also don't drink. Call me crazy. I don't like alcohol. I think it's a poison. I don't think anybody should be drinking. I don't think it's really fucking necessary, because I think people just use it and abuse it. But that's just my craziness, right? Like, these people were drunks. And like, if they didn't drink, if they didn't party, if they didn't go to their local Spankies and get fucked up all night and ring up $300 tabs and then walk out on them, like, this was this town. Like, everybody just thought they were the coolest fucking thing ever because they were drunk. Like, you wonder why I don't drink? Because everybody around thinks that drinking is what's cool. Like, it's an alcohol, man. It's a poison. Sitting around and talking shit about people while drinking, that's cool? Wow! I never want to join your fucking Ku Klux Klan, for fuck's sakes. Like, this is this person, all right? This is this person that did this to you. And like, honestly, that really fucking pisses me off, because I'm right there with you in this boat. Not that this is about me, because it's not. But what I'm saying is that people have done this to me before, and they've hurt me, and they've taken away my passion. Actually, this is really good too, because somebody actually stole my YouTube channel that was very successful. I was actually making quite a bit of money off of it. And I got ran off of YouTube because of stalkers. And my life was severely at danger. Somebody was watching my house. So I had to move, I had to leave, I had to do all this shit. But I also know that somebody was trying to keep me from my gifts, okay? And that's Insidious, The Last Key. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but Elise, she's the medium. She's the one that can channel the spirits. She's the schizophrenic. And the thing is that her growing up, her dad tried to beat it out of her. She tried, and like everything she did, and then she noticed that once she really opened her gifts up as an adult, you know, with her dad away from her, she got an attachment. She got an entity that attached itself to her and told her not to use her gifts, tried to scare her. So then she wouldn't go into that dimension. So she wouldn't dabble in that dimension because she thought she was going to get attacked all the time. So that could be this passion. Like, somebody could have taken you away from that dimension and got you out of your passion because they started chasing you to scare you, to get you away from something, so then clearly something wouldn't come out, right? Like Elise, she fucked around with demons. Like, I'm bringing up demons. Demons don't scare me. I know what they can do, but they don't scare me because I don't have any darkness for them to attach to. So they can't do anything to me. Like I see them, man. They try to start fights between my sister and I. They try to start fights between my landlord and I. And I don't allow it because I'm not that person. I don't allow fights to come into my house. I just don't. I don't want to fight with people. And when you fight with people, that allows the demon to come in the door because he wants to see people fighting. He wants to see the aftermath of people dying and how sad the families can be. That's what demons want. They want to see the greenly outcome of every fucking awful thing they can do. They think it's awesome. I call it awful, right? So this is like, they cut you away from something, okay? And they basically said the relationship was over for you, right? That you weren't to do this. You needed to get out and do something. And whatever your passion is, whether it's a person, whether it's a place, whether it's a thing, if it's a job, they tried to cut you away from it, right? And they told you the relationship was over. Move on. Get the fuck out of it. You don't belong here. And you went, yeah, that's my decision to make, not yours. If I want to leave somewhere because I don't feel wanted, I'll do it. But I'm not going to leave somewhere because you told me to. So the clock is up, okay? This is done, all right? The clock is out. This girl talk here has been that's been taken away from you, right? It's going to be connected again with soulmates. So they've kept you away from something that you really loved doing. And like I said, whether this is a person, a place, or a thing, they kept you away from it. And that's, black magic beyond, but that's time to be gone. And something might be coming back into your life again that hasn't been there for a while. And it kind of just lays down in front of you and says, yo, I'm back. Sorry, I got taken away for a while and you got fucked over, but guess what? I'm back. And you're like, oh, fabulous. I knew I'd been waiting here forever for some type of reason. All right, let's get this passion. What's this passion? Yeah, see, you were supposed to stay at home and do something. So many people stay at home now. Like, honestly, what I'm getting, I get Snack the Ripper. Because Snack never leaves his house. And if he does, he only goes fishing. Or he goes and shoots music videos. But he is at his home. Like, Snack the Ripper never leaves his house, okay? He's awesome, right? He makes all of his music videos at home. He does everything that he needs to do at home. He works home. He's a father at home. Everything is just at home. And that's what I'm getting with this Queen of Pentacles, is like, it was in reverse because it's got to come up right now. Like, you might have supposed to been doing something at home. This was your passion. And that's the thing is like, and now I'm getting Michael Scott when he tried to open up the Michael Scott Paper Company in his house, right? Ends up, that's illegal, but at least he tried, like someone's been trying to do something at home. And this, what the snake was saying, okay, was that all you were doing was entertainment. That was it. So you need to go out into the world and do a big girl job. You need to go out into the world and make your money, not be at home and just be entertainment only. Well then, I didn't know you were the judge and fucking jury. Like, easy, bro. And I'm going to pull up that fucking snake card real quick here. Lightning fast with speed. So you had some type of seed that was growing and man, they took it away from you like that. They saw the potential of what you were going to be able to end up doing. And because they weren't at home or they weren't happy with what they were doing at home, they took your ideas so then they could be at home. Like this, it's like this bitch wants to be on Etsy or something. I just want to be at home making things for Etsy, okay? I deserve to go on Etsy. See my seeds? I make seeds. And like this bitch who jumped into my head and into my sister's and started stealing stuff along the lines of this person, okay? She actually started selling seeds, like vegetable seeds. And what do you know? My sister's ex-husband sells vegetable seeds. All these people trying to sell seeds and my sister can't sell shit. Yeah, because everybody's out there trying to sell seeds on such negative energy because it's not their energy. They stole it. Right? She was going to be a homeopathic remedist, basically, I would say. She was going to be like an apothecary kind of worker. She was doing like rose oil, and she was doing ointments, and she was doing like, oh my God, tinctures. She was going to school on how to be a botanist. Like, my sister was fucking there, and then her husband took everything away from her because she wasn't going to help his marijuana industry anymore. So he took everything from her, and he stole money from her. He stole inheritance money from her. His grandfather died and left a chunk of money for him and my sister because they were married at the time, and he took all the money, saying because it was his grandfather. But the thing is if he wasn't with my sister, he wouldn't have gotten all that money. It would have actually been cut down because the money was supposed to be for him and her. And he took that money from her, so then she couldn't start anything. So she couldn't do anything. So she couldn't even finish school. And then he kills her son, runs her son over in the fucking driveway, and doesn't even give a shit. And then just goes off and starts a new family, has a new son, gets a new wife, and fucking leaves my sister to bankruptcy and homelessness. And his friends still all hang out with him. If I even saw any one of his friends, I'd punch them in the face because of the fucking douchebag they hang out with. Somebody who fucking rapes their fucking wife and steals everything from her still has friends. And like his friends, because he deals marijuana, they're like, well, he's the only guy in town I can work for. So nobody will quit from him or walk away from him because he considers himself the king of Peterborough. Trust me. This guy's a fucking idiot, man. I tried to even get him arrested and it didn't work because I wanted him to go to jail for fucking stealing everything from my sister. Like, yo, it's what goes around comes around, because the thing is, he's such a pussy, he couldn't do a day in jail. And if he ever has to go to jail, he'll kill himself. So I'm hoping that day comes when he gets arrested. Okay, let's get this snake, yo. Yeah, I feel like you could have been married to this person. You divorced them, you walked away, and then they stole your passion. Because that's the thing, is any male in the beginning of a relationship wants the woman to be at home. Oh, it's okay, sweetie, you can be at home. I know the world is so tough and you just want to be at home, right? Fuck you. So he allowed this woman to stay home and then fucked her over. He's got happy moments with Make a Choice. So there were such happy times there that he had a choice to make. Okay, he had a choice to make with the truth. He knew the truth, or she, this snake, knew the truth. They knew what they were going to do. And they still chose to fight dirty. Ten of Swords, like they left you bad. They left you for dead. They took that seed and they fucking ran. And do you know how hard and how long it takes for somebody to grow a seed inside of them and for somebody to just walk up and take it? Who the fuck are you? Oh, this is making me angry. How dare they do this? How dare they? Because they didn't want a broken heart. Fuck you. Really? They didn't want to have a broken heart. They just wanted to act malicious. And that's the thing, is if people don't know their emotions and they can't understand their emotions, they get angry. Where they're supposed to be sad, right, and upset, they get angry and vengeful. Yep, there's the Ace of Wands. They took your spark. There's the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. There's American. This person, actually, I just heard, could have taken a lot of trips to America, okay? And they also could be American descent. Okay, what up with this Reaper? Why the Reaper card? Please, why the Reaper card? What's this Reaper gonna do? Oh my God, this Reaper, they did witchcraft. I fucking told you, this was something, like they did something out of being angry with you. And that's all it is, deception over anger. Like, learn to deal with your emotions, okay? So then you don't go and hurt somebody for just walking away from you. All right, like honestly, people are allowed to fucking leave your life. And if you don't understand that, if you think that people are supposed to stay in your life forever, you don't deserve to be here. Okay, you just don't. There's the King of Wands in reverse. So this Reaper is cutting down this King of Wands in reverse. This person was supposed to protect you. I'm getting somebody's husband. This person was supposed to protect you, and they didn't. They did witchcraft on you. This just keeps getting better and better. Like, this was a soulmate. This was a soul contract that you signed. Fucked you over. This person doesn't even talk to you anymore, and they're still doing shit behind your back. 7 of Wands in reverse. Like, you could have been... Okay, so... The person I believe is doing this to you, I think you've been, like, defensive with for a while. And not really known it. Right? Because it's like your soul was trying to tell you something, like stay the fuck away from this person, and it would come out when you were near them, and you'd be like, why do I feel so aggressive towards you? Oh, because you're going and doing witchcraft as soon as I walk away. Like, your body has receptors, and it knows what's going on if you're turned on. And you know, and you can read those receptors, and you can read your body, and you can read body language, and you can understand what people are doing. That's a huge indicator when your body goes off and it tells you something. It's somebody around you's fucking around, and they're doing something, and you need to get out of that situation so they can't see you anymore, so they can't touch you anymore, so they can't fucking come and suck off you and siphon off you anymore because they can't get near you, right? Like, they also might have said, okay, there's the institution. So they could have taken, like I said, remember when I said that my sister's ex-husband took her out of school? Like, once he left, she couldn't go to school because he was paying for her to go to school. That was the whole fucking point, right? Was for her to go to school and to learn more. So this person, they might have put you in school, right? They might have taken you out of what you were supposed to be doing, put you in school, and completely derailed you because what you were on the road to do was going to take too long. And this person wanted fast results. They wanted shit coming in. They didn't want to wait around for anything. They wanted fast, fast, fast. And when you want fast movement like that, then you've got to be willing to fucking sacrifice a lot to get that type of energy behind you. So I think this person tried to get you to go to school, or tried to get you in some type of institution, so then you almost like so you could make your own money and get the fuck away from them. And then that didn't work either. So they were like, okay, well, them being in school is not doing anything. They haven't even gotten a job yet. They're not making any money. Fuck you. I honestly, I really think this person's going to get arrested. Like I said, remember when I said, my sister's ex-husband will not be able to live one day in jail. He will kill himself. He's a coward. He has no idea he's the biggest bitch in the fucking world. And that's why nobody says anything to him, because if you say something to him, he just goes rage. He just yells at people, and then people back up and they get scared of him. But that's all he's got is rage, because he's got massive childhood trauma. And I knew this. People who act like this towards you have trauma from the past, okay? And whether or not they know consciously or not, you do not attack people for no reason unless there is something harboring inside of you making you hate. And that thing that's making people hate is the traumatic events that got put inside of them when they were young. Okay? And I hate to say it, but 99% of people who go around and fuck with people have been fucked with. And that's the only reason why they do it. Because if you haven't been fucked with, how would you know how to fuck with? Get it? Right? Like, you've got to be taught these things, or you got to be bred into these things. And if people were to just raise their children properly, and what goes around comes around, then nobody would hurt anybody, because they would realize the come around of everything. They would realize what they deserve. But the people who will come here and deserve nothing go and take things from people that deserve something. And that's just the way that it works, right? So this King of Wands in reverse, okay, this person that was supposed to protect you, that instead put witchcraft on you, I believe is going to get arrested. And whether or not it's in this realm or it's in another realm, it doesn't matter. They have to get arrested. If they're breaking the law, they will find their time in court. Okay, they will. And we've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. So this is news that they're not going to know is coming. Okay, they're not going to know that they are going to get arrested. That's the thing. It's like, who really knows who's going to get arrested? Like, unless you're OJ and you're just anticipating it, then no, people aren't going to be sitting there thinking that they're going to get arrested for something if they've been this slick about it the whole time, right? Fucking slick Rick over here. Yeah, this person won't move. They will not move. Okay, it's the opposite of Six of Swords. I wanted something that would show the stagnicity of something, that somebody just wouldn't move when they're supposed to move on, but they won't. That's this king. They ain't gonna move because he is so fucking cocky. This king is so cocky. He is so fucking righteous that he is gonna sit on his shit mountain until somebody walks right up to him and puts the cuffs on him. You can't see past my weary hand. Like this person, yes. Oh, nice. Oh my God, look at this. Bye to the spell work. Spell work in reverse. All this person did now is going in reverse. All of it. We also got African American. Could be African American descent. Or they could have used an African American to do this voodoo spell work for them, this witchcraft for them, right? Like gone back to the motherland and gotten some fucking, pick somebody out that doesn't have a whole lot of money and just dangle a bunch of money in their face and get them to do something. Old rituals. This is all on this king. This is what this king gets for wanting more. Oh, Under Oath. Under Oath's my favorite band. He's just singing. Aaron's just singing in my head. This is the way it's got to be. Like, so I walk around with this rope in my hand and I pull it around and around and around. Oh my God, I think this person's going to kill themselves. Because, honestly, think about it. If someone's been this corrupt, okay, they're looking at lifespans in prison. Okay, and they won't do it. And that's the awesome part of what goes around comes around is these entitled little brats that took something. They never anticipated having to pay it back because they're entitled, right? Entitled people don't ever think they have to pay anything back. That's the part of entitlement, right? Mommy or daddy will go pay that bill for them, right? But this person's mommy and daddy ain't going to pay their bill for them. So whatever they did, this is all on them. And they're holding this fucking deck of cards like they think that they've got the ultimate move that they're going to be able to do, but they don't. The universe has shut them down now. That's why the clock came out. They cannot do this anymore. Oh my God, I got to shut this down. It's probably already cut off. It's over with. Goodbye.